It's estimated that around 10 to 15 million Africans, mostly from Atlantic Africa, were forcibly bought and shipped to what we now know as the New World. These peoples, and shockingly not Europeans, made up around 80% of migrants coming to the New World, from 1501 to 1865. Many of these people leading very short but impactful lives, contributing many things that make a nation great, such as foods, dance, music, spirituality, economic skill, and of course a rebellious spirit. Most of them came from 7 regions in today's Atlantic Africa: the Upper Guinea, Windward Coast, Gold Coast, Bight of Benin, Bight of Biafra, and the West Central African coast, designated by the French, Portuguese/Spanish, British, Dutch, and Baltic peoples who visited the area for commerce, gold, and to get their pockets richer. If you are from the French-speaking Caribbean, so countries such as Haiti, as well as the departments of Guadeloupe, Martinique, French Guiana, and Saint Barthélemy, many of your ancestors probably left from the Bight of Benin, Bight of Biafra, specifically Calabar, and the Luango coast of today's West Central Africa, with many people in today's French Guiana and Guadeloupe also having significant ancestry from the Upper Guinea region, due to the French having a presence in Saint Louis, Senegal. So on your ancestry test, you might see a lot of Cameroon, Congo, Angola, as well as Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. If you're from the Spanish-speaking part of the Americas, most of your Atlantic African ancestors arrived quite early, coming from the Upper Guinea region, as well as West Central Africa, due to the Spanish being the first to colonize the Americas, and the Portuguese getting the asiento to bring in enslaved Africans. A good amount of your ancestors also probably came from the Bight of Benin and the Bight of Biafra, especially if you're in Spanish-speaking islands such as Puerto Rico and Cuba. And you also might have a good amount of ancestry from the Gold Coast if you are Afro-Antillano, or people who came from the Caribbean to work in Central America as contractors. So on your DNA test, you might get a good amount of peoples from Mali, Senegambia, Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Congo, Angola, as well as Nigeria. If you're from an English-speaking country or territory in the Caribbean, most of your ancestors probably left from the many ports in the Bight of Biafra, notably Bonny, as well as the Gold Coast of today's Ghana, with notable mentions of the Bight of Benin, especially in Barbados, and West Central Africa in today's Trinidad. If you're from the Dutch Caribbean, so Suriname, the ABC Islands, Saba, St. Martin, St. Eustatius, there's a good chance most of your ancestors left from the West Central African region, specifically Cabinda, the Gold Coast or today's Ghana, and the Bight of Benin, specifically Godome, Benin, with a decent amount of people also coming from the Kwakwa coast of Liberia. If you take a DNA test, you can expect to have a lot of Ghanaian, Liberian, Congolese, Angolan, and Togo, Benin, as well as Nigeria. Make sure to follow and like, and stay tuned for the United States version.